love it.
Keep all that in. Welcome, friends, to this episode of No Blasters with me, Kieran Bartlett. I'm only doing this because I'm a ball bag, and I don't know why I think it's funny, but I think it is. So, what I'm actually doing, it's very humid in here today, and I'm trying to get hot and sticky for you. So, you're very welcome to this episode. On today's episode, I'm going to be facing off against boxing legend Michael Conlan. Let's see how that pans out. I'm also going to be moving into round 2 of the Biscuit World Cup. But before I say anything else, let me tell you about our Patreon, www.patreon.com/noblasters. Join us. Get discounts on tickets, pre-sales on tickets, get extra content every Thursday and dotted throughout the week as I now move into the new phase of my life, which is providing content the way a suckling mother provides milk from the teat. Speaking of teats, mine are all over the place today. It's very warm in here, and I'm wearing only a wee vest under, and it's a bit fluid. So anyway, today's episode, you'll be glad to know, is sponsored by manscaped.com. Get on over to Manscaped. It is a premier provider of male below-the-belt grooming products. If you're ever sitting in the house going, does anybody really give a fuck about my balls? Manscaped do. Manscaped care. And you will care as soon as you start using the ball deodorant and realise that they don't have to smell like a fucking quiche Lorraine. You'll care. And so will anyone who shares that area with you. Get over on the Manscaped. Get yourself a lawnmower 4.0 with skin-safe technology, wireless charging technology. Save your balls by shaving your balls, right? I'm making these up as I'm going. I'm unreal at this, but also, sincerely, that ball deodorant's well worth getting. The ball toner's well worth getting. I find that a crop mop, which is a wee ball wipe, it's a wee handshake. It's a wee, all right, lads, how's it going? And then you're done. It's good. It's good times. The weed whacker clears all the weeds out of your nose, clears all the shit out of your ears. Good, worth getting. Get over to manscaped.com, use the code NOBLASTERS to save 20% and get free delivery. It is a good time. Your bag will thank you for it. I hope that is enough of Manscaped for now, but there's never enough because there's always pubes. There's always pubes. See, whenever I turn a corner on my body, pubes. I open a new cupboard, a new wee cubby comes out, there's pubes in it. Get your lawnmower out and shave them. Get rid today. Thank you. Namaste, friends. Welcome to this episode of No Blasters with me, Kieran Bartlett. It's a Spider-Man t-shirt. Deal with it. Today's episode isn't sponsored by San Pellegrino, but it fucking should be, shouldn't it? A dramatic journey in this morning. We'll get into that. Today's guest is none other than Michael Conlan, an absolute legend of the boxing world. He's come here to lose to me on FIFA, but he says he doesn't mind losing. He says that he takes it in stride. What's the crack anyway? How did you find the drive?
Oh, good man. I was waiting for the Jockster shootout. I was still waiting for. I know you're not Punjana. I'm waiting on my Punjana tea. I'm waiting on all this stuff to come in.
Have you been to Jockster?
I've been once, and it is classic.
We were in it yesterday. They were emotionally distraught when I didn't order chicken and waffles, which is what I always get. But yesterday I was trying new things, and they came over with a plate of chicken and waffles and went to set it down in front of me, and I went, no, it's not mine. They were like, fucking dramatic music and all. Made that drive in this morning. Some dickheads on the motorway had done just a wee rear ender
Nudge.
And they stopped in the middle lane of the fucking motorway, right under just in front of the balls, right? Stop in the middle lane, and then as I get there, there's a wee recovery vehicle just sitting behind them, and I'm going, do fuck up and move. Get off the road. None of you, no one was hurt. They're all still sitting in their cars going, no, you can see them talking. That's how slow traffic was. I could nearly lip read them.
So West Belfast? Claim.
Absolutely claim,
Right.
but I mean, and here where there is blame, claim twice. Do you know what I mean? But like, I don't know. Have you ever had to do that? Have you ever had to do a wee car claim? I've done it.
I haven't, and I wish I had. I wish.
So I did it. I did it once, and then actually I've done it twice, and once I didn't do it. So once I got properly knocked down, and like hit in a forecourt of a fucking garage, right? I got knocked down. This was when I was about 18, and I hit my knee off the curb. At this garage on Black Shore, and it hurt like fuck. And the woman who hit me told the cops, said this phrase, "He ran into the back of me," right? And they assumed I was in a car. So whenever I went for like a wee interview at the station, they were like, "Here, you ran into the back of her. This is your fault." And I went, "Why would I run into the back of a fucking moving car? Happens all the time, mate." I went, "Pedestrians running into cars," and the guy goes, "You were a pedestrian?" And I'm like, "Are you a fucking peeler or a doorman, mate? What is this? Why have they given you a gun?" And then another time where I didn't do it, somebody fully reversed into me. We were all in cars, and
in the house when this happened, and someone rang and says to you in the back of the car.
yeah. And I didn't claim that time, and I should have. I definitely should have done it that time. I was in the car park of the park centre, genuinely going to buy FIFA. Then it had come out, you know, when it comes out at like 12 o'clock. I went to get it anyway, and then the best time though, I say the best time. I've talked about this before, but coming home from a gig, me, Paddy McDonnell, super claim, coming down the road from a gig, my wife's in the car and Aaron McCann, and this lorry just fucking rode our car off. Like, I was at Nelson Street, I'm like just driving up the side, and he just fucking nah. And I was like, you know when you see it coming, I'm literally on the horn, just like Marr! And he did fuck all to avoid us, hit us, and then it turned out he'd been fucking driving forever, you know, on the wee tachograph or whatever, tachometer, I don't know what you call it. Hilarious. One day I fucking was driving out through Lisburn, and there's a company that makes them things. I don't even, it's like a wee data collector for trucks. And I didn't know what it was. And I roll the window down, get stuck in traffic beside this guy and go, "Here, man, what the fuck? What's a tachograph?" And he started trying to explain it. The lights went green, and he goes, "It's for trucks."
I've been claimed against for nudging in the back of someone. And they get out of the car. It was after 2012 Olympics.
Just watch after you just dropped that name there, mate.
Sorry, mate, sorry. So
after was at the Olympics.
So, you bastard. So, they took off to go around the corner, and for some reason they stopped in the middle of the road. And I went bang, I looked, and I went into the back of them, and I nudged them. I jumped to the car. "Why the fuck did you stop in the middle of the fucking road? Just drove. Why did you stop?" And they get out of the car and they started to go, and then they went, "Oh, how are you doing?" Started being all nice, lovely. I was like, "Sweet, listen, I'll sort out whatever it is." It was only a little mark in the back of the car. Nope, claimed. They claimed. "Don't worry about it. We'll sort this. It's all good."
Mate.
Claim.
Whiplash.
Whiplash.
You're gonna get 5 or 6 grand, like, at least.
Fucking
Do
bastards.
you know what I mean? Fuck them. But what was I gonna say?
My insurance has been up ever since.
What was it like doing the Olympics? Like, I mean, just as I know the crack with it, like, but I mean, in terms of like what happened, but
it was
like,
good. Boxing's hard in the Olympics because it starts on the first day and ends on the last day.
Oh fuck!
It
so
goes
it's
the whole time.
Where how long
if
is
you
that?
lose,
Like, what is it? Like 4
fantastic,
weeks or
you know
something?
what I mean?
Is it or 3 weeks?
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2
2
weeks.
weeks. Right.
So if you lose, you're out. You can get up
Have
to
the
whatever
crack.
you want to get up to. But like, if you don't lose, you're going
If you're a
till towards
baller.
the end. Yes, it happens. You're not getting play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You hear stories about that Olympic Village. Like, is it mental?
London was mental. Rio, when I lost in Rio, I says fuck it, and I left the village and went and stayed with my family and stuff. But in London, I was there till the third last day. So it was like, it was great. How I got through the first Olympic Games. I was 20. Paddy Barnes was my teammate. He was older. He kept bringing me to the casino every night, and we were playing roulette.
Oh man, I fucking love roulette.
But listen,
I'm not loud.
Paddy wins.
Yeah.
Paddy wins. I was losing, but Harry was justified. I was losing a lot of money, like thousands of pounds. And Harry was justified. I was going, if I lose here, it means I won't lose in the ring. So I was going bang, bang, bang. It's okay, I'm going to win tomorrow. And I lost loads of money, but
I'm not allowed roulette, mate. I actually love it. And I'm gonna sound like an absolute addict here. See when you're actually playing real roulette, or even on them, like when they do a wee video of it and you're watching it, mate. See the sound of the ball, just fucking the sound of a potential victory. I love that. Oh, I love it.
13's my lucky number, so 13 I'm always like. But
I just not allowed it.
no,
like.
I like at one stage playing roulette, like I think I lost over £1,000 one spin.
Oh, it's minging.
It's disgusting. Like
I think for me, I wouldn't lose. I never bet what I can't afford to lose. Right. So when I don't bet really anymore. But when I was on it, I used to. I loved starting with like fuck all, like literally start with like 2 or 3 quid, and you build it to like 200, and then go fucking I'm sticking it all on something, because like by that stage, by the time it takes you to do that, you're inside yourself. Do you know what I mean, mate? Oh, I love it. I'm not allowed it.
well, fun enough, Paddy Barnes, he was the one taking me out. He's in recent days come out as a gambling addict.
Oh, really?
Now he's not gambling no more.
I think the guy who showed me how to bet he loved it. Like I mean, he was like,
Paddy was bad.
Guy I
really.
worked with in Tesco, he fucking loved it. Like, do you know what I mean? This guy used to like throw on, like I never bet on something. I would bet on roulette, and then I bet on people. I never bet on animals.
Okay,
I don't like it. I've done it before.
Yeah.
I've been out to dogs and Drumbo, and you go, whatever, throw a tenner on something. One night actually when I was there, I've only been like 2 or 3 times, so one time when I was there, you could see when the dogs were lining up, they came over and said, I think there's meant to be 5 dogs in a race, and then they came over and took one of them away, and they went, there's only going to be 4 dogs in this, and I'm like, well, immediately, like if you do a 1, 2, 3 bet, your chances of getting the placements are fucking way bigger. And one of these dogs is like one of the 4 that's left, standing like this. Just going like that there, and I'm like, I cunt doesn't want it. He doesn't want it.
Well, we're on the fucking gambling.
And I just fucking, mate, I was like, I said to my brother and my sisters and all were, and I went, see everything that we'll have left. Let's put it on the other 3 to win, like to come first, second, third in any order. Because I think it was like 3-1 or something.
Yeah.
And I went, let's just do that. And we did, and it fucking like, as soon as it starts, them 3 fucking bolt, and this one goes. I'm like, this is fucking late. We won a few £100. It was fucking unreal.
On the gambling side of things, like I've been accused of like fixing my own fights. I swear to God,
That's mental.
like in my first fight, I says, it's your first fight. Like, you can make it go whatever way you want it to go.
Right.
I told the world, I'll get this guy out in 3 rounds.
Right.
I said it publicly. Said it. I'll stop him in 3 rounds. 3rd round comes, bang, stop him. Same next fight. I'll stop him in 3 rounds. 3rd round comes, bang, stop him. Next fight, 3rd round, bang. 4th fight didn't get him the 3rd round. So I was like, I'm not doing that no more because that puts a lot of pressure on me. But like the first fight, betting was cancelled, betting was suspended. Everything. People were going, something's going on here. It's come fixing fights. But it wasn't. That was just even to get them out in that round.
But how can you?
Anything can happen in boxing.
How can you? I was gonna say, how can you fix it that way? You can fix it and say, I'll go down in the 3rd round, but you're never gonna say it publicly.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
It.
But how can you fix it? This is sort of, although, well, it is different though. But because I watched a documentary about this the other night about guys. I think they called it saving points or shaving points in basketball. So like in America, a lot
Netflix bad sport.
bad sport. Yeah, so like a lot of the things that a lot of the stuff that they bet on is to do with how much you win by and how much you lose by, and there's a margin of error to win and all. And these guys were like young guys just getting fucked over by some gangster, like guys making 10 million, they're getting 20 grand, but they're taking all the risk.
And they're thinking
they're like, we're ballers here. And I'm going, if you like with the talent, I mean, obviously, that main guy, I think they were calling him Headache or something. If he fucking with the talent, he obviously had talent to control the game. I'm like. That's like Paul Scholes deciding I'm going to boot a load of fucking balls out here instead of passing it. Do you know what I mean? You go, he's controlling the game. I know.
Because corners, they bet.
Man, I know they bet on all sorts of shit. Do you remember in the 90s there was the fucking betting scandal that had like Grobbelaar and John Fashanu and fucking Hans Segers. Look it up. The Wimbledon goalie, and it was basically goalies. Apart from John Fashanu, it was goalies fucking fully diving out of the way of the ball, but like there's a game that they used as evidence against Grobbelaar that was like, they called it the game from hell, and it was against United, and it was like he's fully diving out of the way of the ball, but then like, you know, it deflects off somebody and goes straight into his arms, and he's trying to be like, score there, lads. That's coming into his hands here. It's fucking mental. Unreal. That's crazy. What's it like actually in a fight? Like, I've definitely, any fight I've ever been in has been unlicensed. Right? So it's never been. I've never been in a boxing ring. I don't think.
It's not natural, obviously. You know, that's why people get nerves. You know what I mean? You're doing something which isn't humane, punching out a human. You know what I mean? It's not what you're meant to do. So, it's good though. I've done it my whole life. I've been doing it since I was 7.
I was reading that you won like a tournament when you were like 11.
Like from 11 on when you can actually like win. Other than that, before that, it's like no contest. Both hands are raised. No, don't hurt feelings and all that stuff. But
11, you're a man now. Murder.
Kill him. But so from then, like I kind of started fighting and competing, and I've had like over 200 fights.
Oh, fuck. Over 200?
About 250 something.
Fuck. That's mental.
I know, it's a lot. Like.
That's mental. Because you read the stats and it's like 17 pro fights. Is there a big difference? Is there a huge jump then, do you think, between what it takes as an amateur to what it, like for Olympics amateur, like to pro? Well, is there a big jump, or is it more just like
it's a different sport? It's a completely different sport. I know it's both boxing, but like sprinting and marathon running is both running. They're different sports though. It's the same with boxing. I've noticed that over from the start. You know, the time it takes you to kind of change from a 3-minute round sprint to even like 8 rounds or 6 rounds is completely different. You know what I mean? So, and then you're going to 12 rounds eventually. So, yeah, it's a different sport, but you know, if you have the kind of the talent and the skill, it's not too hard to kind of adjust.
Mad cardio. To do 12 rounds, like.
The amount of training I do is.
I can't even do 12 rounds of beer, mate. You know what I mean? I could do 12 rounds of toast. Do you know what I mean? I just know it's mental because like I've often want, right. I'm sure you get this a lot. Yeah. I'm sure you get this a lot in the same way that dickheads try and tell me jokes, and they're almost always shite. I would say more than 9 out of 10 of the jokes that people go, "Here, I have a joke for you." Shite, unusable. You'll never tell it again. Yeah. Occasionally somebody will go, "Here's one," and you're like, "Yes, lad," right? But do you get this a lot? Do you get people asking you to dig them?
All the time,
Right.
People like.
How do you feel about that?
I'll punch you in the stomach, no problem. If someone asks
will you dig me in the arm?
No. I'm
dying for you to do it. I'm like, just saying.
It's knowing people like go, like they're ripped and stuff, and they go ahead, hit me, no problem.
I'm ripped.
I won't aim for the stomach. I'll aim for the shoulder plexus.
Right there.
So it fucking
it hurts like fuck.
Them.
That's a problem.
Yeah, no. Bang straight.
That's where in my taekwondo days, that's where they taught us to dig.
I've seen the high kick. They
teach you to dig in like a triangle with your shoulder to your knuckle to your own solar plexus. So you're hitting somebody else's, and they teach you a wee twist at the end. Do you do a twist, or do you just do?
You hold your hands like this, and then you punch like that.
Fuck. So mate, you've got big knuckles. So I've only got 2 knuckles.
I've got small hands, but I've got big knuckles.
Yeah, I've got baby-sized hands.
You do? What the fuck?
Made enough. This is like a thing. My hands are the exact same size as my wife's hands.
Jesus Christ.
Hers are just like a slimline version of that. My hands look like she has a bee sting on her hand.
Oh Jesus.
You know what I mean? It's just something though I've been like, because we were talking about this yesterday, right? My belief, right, based on watching TV, is that a big difference between, say, what you do and like some dick who's gonna hit you a dig is speed. I think speed is the big thing. Yeah. And then power is about weight.
Precision.
It's
precision.
So you land it where you want to land it.
I know where I'm gonna hit you. I'm not gonna punch you straight in the face. I'm gonna hit you under your ear or like a ball on your temple or somewhere. You know, it's not
under there. That's a cunt.
And then if I'm gonna hit your body shot, like I know I'm gonna hit you one of your ribs.
Oh fuck! See, that's epic, mate. That's epic to me. I'm very excited to find this out because like no one I know is a real fighter, so like it's very interesting to me because I'm going because we were talking about this yesterday. I was going. So my big theory has always been it's the speed, and like if I ever got into a fight with like a boxer who's like smaller than me, say like a fit guy.
Yeah.
I don't mean like he's fit. I mean like physically in good shape, right? Doesn't sound any better. But if I did that, I think the issue for me will be taking loads of shots and they have cardio. But the issue for them is if I land one, I could do damage because of my size.
It's possible, but like I sparred what's his name? Is it Sean Cronin?
The
Irish
the rugby player, yeah.
So I sparred him. We were Irish boxing team. Were doing like a training session with the rugby,
Right.
and like Kenny Egan, who's the heavyweight silver medalist in the Olympics, he was sparring him first, and he says, "I've loosened the Uffy, so let me and Paddy go with the two biggest guys." So I went with him, and he's massive compared to not like height ways, but just
He's a
size-wise.
unit, yeah.
And he was swinging to try and take my head off, but I punched the fuck clean out of him. I'm not lying. He threw up everywhere. He'd been sick.
Sure.
He had to run and be sick in a bed because I just kept punching him, and he was going boom. And I was going, fuck me, if it hits me, I'm dead. Boom, 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 boom. But he kept throwing it, just kept ducking, punching like fuck.
That's all. I just
sick everywhere.
What's your view on? I'm sure you get this all the time as well, but like, what's your view on like MMA?
I like it. All
Do you? Would you ever do it? No.
I'm claustrophobic. So
Oh, really?
Someone fucking
All
sits on me or has a
all
choke on me, I'm
grappling and
done.
all?
I'll top.
Again, something that I'll probably never get round to, but like I think I've watched. Did you ever see Roy Nelson?
Yeah.
Just a fat guy,
yeah,
right?
I
I
see
mean,
that,
obviously, I mean the guy's a black belt and fucking a number of different things like jiu-jitsu and all. But I saw him land an overhand right on Stefan Struve one time, and Stefan Struve is the exact. The body type that I would like to fight the least. He's a big, tall, like lanky big fucker, and the only way for a fat man to hit him is an overhand right or an overhand left. You can't hit him. You can't punch up because he'll just stand digging the fucking head, right? And Roy Nelson landed one, and he just crumpled, and I was like, I'm sitting there with my burger going, take one back for fat guys, Roy. You know what I mean? Fucking unreal. Oh, I love it. I love it. I like UFC. See, I think I used to watch. I definitely used to watch boxing as like a kid and teenager.
Yeah.
Watched it all the time. Like Prince Nassim would have been probably like when I was like 9 or 10. He was like the fucking guy, and he was all all the swagger and all.
Like my whole family hated him,
Really,
but I loved him.
I loved him.
They were like, no, he's too cocky. Fuck him.
Our ones would have said that.
But
he
I
used
was
to
like,
stick a chin out.
it's brilliant, fucking brilliant.
I loved it. He used to stick a chin out, and guys would like swing at it, and he'd just go, "You're like, you can't." I loved it, and then he just sparked him. I remember one time, one of my uncles had come down to watch a fight in our house on fucking ITV or something, and Nassim was warming up, and my uncle and my dad were talking in the hall, and I shouted out, "This fight's starting," and they're like, "Right, we say, right." And fucking Nassim sparked this cunt in about 15 seconds. And they came in and were like, what's happening? I was like, it's over. See you later, Uncle Harry. Like,
Go fuck yourself, Uncle Harry.
leave. Cheers for bringing this big bag of nuts. That'll help me out. Fucking unreal. Like, he just sparked him. I used to love watching him. Used to love watching, like, Steve Collins and Ray Close was a boxer from here that was
Ray
big.
Close,
He had a few fights against, he had a couple of fights against Eubank.
They both fought him, didn't they?
I remember.
I trained with his nephew, Eubank's
Yeah.
nephew, and he's nothing like Chris.
Oh, really?
He's nothing like Chris Jr. He's like the most humble down the earth,
Oh,
quiet
really?
person I've ever met. He's vegan and stuff. He's been vegan, but I was with him in Brighton, walking to Brighton. There's fucking Chris Eubank driving down the bike.
Mental.
I was like, I love this cunt. Like I have a full album on my phone, videos of all his little little clippings of him saying something. He is fucking brilliant. Always a pleasure, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So he's sitting talking to me, and he's giving Harlem shit for some reason, saying like, you should be like managed by me. I'm like, he shouldn't, like, because it'd all be about you. I wasn't saying that obviously, but I was thinking that, and at the end of it, I said, Chris, can I get a picture? And he says, yes, on one request. You tell no one I say bad language. I says, okay.
Oh, really?
It was fucking brilliant.
That's class.
Some says though, he is.
Is he like would
He's
he
a
be like
unit.
the biggest boxer you've met in terms of like his stature? Like,
Oh no, well I've met AJ and Fury and
Oh,
all them,
really?
so I've met them all,
Jesus.
like, you know, but no, he'd be like, for someone who's retired and stuff, the shape he's still in, like,
Oh,
is
seriously,
unbelievable. He know, like, he shook my hand, and his hand dwarfs mine massively. Like, he's just like, you know, he crush you. Like,
what about what did you call her, man? Fuck. What was I gonna say to you? What did you make of that Fury fight? Like, did you see it?
he's Fury's class.
He
He's
is
the best
class.
there is. And I like Dylan White, but he just couldn't get going against Fury, and he showed some heart and balls to stay in there, because
Yeah, they don't went on fucking for
and
way
then
longer.
when he get chinned, he was still trying to get him, like, you know what I mean. So, it was a good fight. I was at it, and
Oh, were you?
but you know what? I didn't even go outside.
No?
I just went, because we had a fighter on the undercard with the promotion.
Right.
So I just sat in the wee coach's room, it's called, because it was in Wembley, so it's the
yeah.
actual way to sit, and just watched it on TV. I was like, I got annoyed. I walked out for the entrance and watched the entrance and stuff. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go out there.
I love this. Happy annoyed. It's Wembley.
Fuck.
Fancy it.
I
Yeah.
walked out. I felt the atmosphere. Like, I'd rather watch it and say, because I can see it. You know, every cunt throwing drink and all that.
So what's you're saying there? You start camp on Monday.
Yep.
Where's that?
Yep. Surrey in England.
How long's that for?
13 weeks.
Fuck. What's a day in camp? What's the first week? Is it? Can I ask this? Sorry, I know I'm asking about a million questions here. Again, from my sporting days, Michael, I remember pre-season football
Yeah.
being shit. Like being like
Hard.
you go and you think you're gonna knock a ball around with your mates,
Yeah.
and you haven't seen them in a few weeks, and it's gonna be good crack. And then the coach, there's not even any footballs there. They just go run forever, and it's just, I mean, for a man like me, that's not a good time.
So I think my first week will be more like having to see my mates in a few weeks. I'm gonna go and see them, but no, I'll have to do some hard graft. I'll be fucked by the end of the week, but the reason for that being is because this is the longest kind of break I've had off ever. So I've been off. I think I've done about 10 training sessions in 8 weeks.
Right.
Which is minimum. Like, usually I run every day. After a fight, I'll still run every day. But I was like, fuck that. You know, I've just lost for the first time. So fuck this.
That's my attitude to run.
I'm gonna just run once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
So I've done barely any. I'll train today. I'll train this week, kind of. But I have a long way back to get back in the shape the way it was.
Mental. And what's a day of that? Like what would be your like what?
It's fantastic. My training camp is brilliant. I love it because I get up in the morning. If I feel like having breakfast, I'll have breakfast. If I don't, I don't. I'll go to the gym. This week will be like a hard bag graft, mainly most days, just trying to get fit. The night times, Mondays will be hill sprints. Tuesdays will be a long run. Wednesday will be track. And Thursday's a rest day. Friday will be 20 on, 10 off on the treadmill at the max speed. But in between that, so I'll train 10 o'clock, say. I'll go back, play Call of Duty at about 5 o'clock. I'll go to the gym. I'll train. I'll come back and play Call of Duty about 10 o'clock. And then I'll go to bed.
I think out of everything you said there, I could do Thursday day off.
Yeah.
I could do Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I could do the 10 minutes off, but not the 20 on. And when you say bag work, is that like I could probably get through like a big bag of potato pretty quickly? Like, that's mental though. Like, that's probably mental.
It's a full-time job, isn't it?
Aye, but it's like it's. I mean, when you're on the outside, I mean, when your only contact with boxing is watching fights, that's fucking crazy. Because like, if that's what it takes to like be at the top. Like, I always think this about people that are at the top of their game. You've got like in anything, you've got to be like sort of one track mind about it, and sort of like fucking. What's even the word? It's sort of like nearly beyond dedication. It's like fucking like...
It's lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's lifestyle. It's my lifestyle, and that's the thing. like I'll go away from my missus and kids for, I'll come back the odd weekend, but mainly I'll be away for about, out of the 13 weeks, I'll be away for about 9 in total.
That's a long time, like, to be away from your family, like.
So, it's long. That last one I was away like non-stop. Didn't come home and see them for 12 weeks straight.
Fuck.
But and that's the hard bit when you're missing your family and your kids and stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. When I come back, I miss them for when I'm away. But when I'm back, I want to go back to training camp.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
tough, mate. Nah, it is tough. I love being back. I love being around them. I love spending time with them. But training camp is just how I've lived for the last fucking 15 years.
Before we do this FIFA, right? Just to get back onto the digging, as it were.
Yeah.
Is there a huge difference, do you think, between taking a dig, say, from... Because we were talking about this yesterday. Like, we're literally... I'm fascinated by this. Because I was saying, my theory is I could take a dig in the arm, right? And that it wouldn't... I would love to know what that's like. So that I can go, that's what it's like, right? And go... That's the difference, right? But then, because one of my brothers, mate, I spent my life with my arms in bits because one of my brothers has, like I said, his knuckles look like a fucking Grim Reaper's knees, right? He has these big, I have 2 knuckles per hand, right? He has these big, bony as fuck, and he would just, do you know, he can just do one of them, like a wee annoying, and you're like, you can't, and that's like, you're in bits, right? But I have this, I wonder, is there a huge difference? Because the boys were saying I'm full of shit and going, if you took one on the chin from a boxer, they could snap your neck. And I was going, I don't know about that. And they're going, no, they fucking definitely could. And like that, the reason why, say, like AJ can take a dig off Tyson Fury is because he's trained and because his fucking neck can take that.
I don't know if he could, but I'll be honest. Unreal. Boxers, you have to get used to punches. It's the same way if you look at MMA, most of them guys are not used to being punched because they're used to either doing taekwondo or jiu-jitsu and grappling and judo and all that. So a lot of their stuff is in clinch or rolling stuff. Whereas when McGregor came in and he had a half decent punch, when he came into boxing, it wasn't as effective because everybody can take a punch. Yeah. But when he was in MMA, he could wipe everybody because he could punch. Yeah. They're not used to being punched. Your body has to get used to being punched. Like if I couldn't total up the much punches before I hit my head in my lifetime. Seriously? It's fucking scary, like when you think about it, really. But like, because I've been doing it from a kid. Yeah. Body naturally progresses. You couldn't just come in and like go punch.
You're gonna be a boxer, man. Yeah, I mean, you'd get your fuck kicked in or punched in, but like, it's one of those things where.
Some people just have hard fucking heads too, like, you know what I mean? So I'll be honest, I'll be straight up.
I think I've met people like that. Yeah, I think because there's people to say like, and then there's people to say, you've got a glass chin or whatever, a glass jaw on it. So like yeah, I don't think I'd have a strong head for a dig. But I think
your head looks solid enough for a punch.
Would you be sizing it up? Like, I reckon I could. My belief is I could take a dig in the arm.
Anybody can take a dig in the arm.
Off anybody.
It doesn't matter.
It's not going to break your arm, like, is it?
No. But like,
do you think
Joe Bloggs the street could punch you as hard as someone else could as a boxer?
This is my question. Do you think? Because this is my thing. I go. So you think it's not all about power? It's the speed and precision. You think? Yep. Fuck. Yeah. See, I think I find that to be quite fascinating. Like,
if you see a punch, you can brush yourself for it. If you don't see it, you're fucked.
That's when you see. I should get that. I should just get. If you don't see it, you're fucked. I think there's some boxers. Some boxers I grew up watching that you were just going, why are you doing this to yourself though? Do you know what I mean? Butterbean and fucking Joe Bogner.
We're making loads of money, but at the same time,
Bob Sapp.
How you explain boxing is professional boxing mainly is you're selling brain cells. That's terrifying. It's scary.
You're selling brain cells.
True, though, like, it's
Jesus.
True. It's true. That's why.
Some people's brain cells are worth more than others.
You're fucking right.
I mean, see, this is the thing. I think I'd hate to take a dig off a boxer in the face because if it fucked my brain cells, that's all I have, like, is brain. You know what I mean? I don't have anything else. I don't. That's mental. I don't think I could deal. I wouldn't deal well with you know, I think there's certain like jobs and things, and sport is definitely like most sports, the repetition of things and getting better at things gradually.
Yeah.
Like or to achieve consistency. You know, like 'cause chefs have this too. I think I would love to be a chef, but what in reality, what I want to do is do all the wee fucking fancy bits and go, isn't this amazing? I don't want to stand chopping fucking onions at 9 in the morning. Do you know what I mean? No. So with boxing, I'm like, I'd love to take a fucking dig off. I can't smack him back. I don't want to do anything you said. That's mental. So, what's your FIFA background?
In my house, probably out of the four of us, third.
Right.
Jamie probably being the best, my oldest brother.
Right.
My younger brother, he gamed all his life, so he was always good at every game.
Yeah.
And then my other brother didn't play games, so it was like easy enough.
Average FIFA player, you would say?
Average.
I think I'm just above average, but one of the guys that I had yesterday, a Patreon of ours, he fucking ruined me. Like, I mean, I went home, I was questioning myself last night. Like, why am I getting out of bed for this?
I think it could compete with you, like.
Do you follow football?
From watching the podcast a few episodes ago, I'm not too worried.
It's just fucking. It's on now. Like I was all. What's your background? Now you're like, fuck you. What? Do you follow football?
Yes, I'm a Man City fan.
Are you?
Uh-huh.
It's a good time for you, mate.
So, a funny story. How I ended up supporting Man City was every team in the league growing up.
Oh, I fucked this. Hang on, sorry.
Every team in the league growing up, I supported them. And every team who won the league. So I was a United fan, then I was an Arsenal fan, I was a Chelsea fan. And then my mates were going, you're a fucking
glory hunter.
You're a glory hunter. You're a wee glory hunter. And I says, I just randomly when this is it. What are you talking about? I support Man City, the first division. Like Sean Goder and fucking
Sean Goder. Fuck, I remember.
He'll score.
He fucking ruined United that time.
I hear switch side. You're on that side.
Right, okay. I don't know why. Can I just fucking... I'm normally just me, like... Oh, there we go. Right, fuck it.
That's what never has.
See how this works. So you be in City?
No, you do what you do.
We'll do the random. Love it.
I'm
It's
up
been a
for
while. Right, here we go. Random. I'm not staying in Mexico. Random. I'm going to stick with Germany.
I'm sticking with Germany too.
Let's randomise. We'll have 3 of these each if you want them,
You
right?
didn't get Borussia Dortmund the first
I
goal.
did. So I'm tempted to take them, but I wouldn't mind a wee Wolfsburg.
Fuck it.
Give me Wolfsburg.
What the fuck?
I'm Freiburg. Who are you playing? Hertha Berlin.
No. Ah, fuck.
They fucking beat Dortmund the other day, so it did.
I'll take it.
Did you ever hear the guy who commentates on the German league for BT Sport?
No.
He tries to say stuff like auf Deutsch, mate, in German. He go like, VfL Bochum. Like, oh, maybe you fuck up. Oh, so annoying.
Is he English?
He'll be like, great ball into the box by VfL Bochum. So fucking annoying. Yeah, I'm sticking with this red kid. I like that. I love, mate. That's a distinctively German haircut my guy has. Look at that.
It is.
He looks like he's going to the fucking Eurovision. I love it. So when's your next fight? Does it come at the end of that 13 weeks or?
August.
Yeah.
I think the start of August, more than likely. Possibly in Falls Park again.
Oh fuck, really?
So that'll be
Where's the best place you fought? Dragon Falls Park.
like.
What
all
place
I
you've
know,
enjoyed
like,
it most?
I've fought in Madison Square Garden. I fought in Vegas. I fought Manny Pacquiao's undercard in Australia in a 55,000 seater arena. But the best place has been Falls Park.
Yeah.
100%. Now MSG is good. Like, it's unbelievable. But
When you said MSG, all I thought about was like, is that what they put into like crisps? You know what I mean? Is it amazing now
It's special, and the people are really good as well. Like the people
in New York?
There was a wee guy. So when I went over, obviously, you need me to sit here. You just sit back at the mic.
Move the mic forward if you want. Push the mic away from you, Michael.
1 second, please. You can't
I could.
fucking talking here.
Look, this is when he fucking.
I'll pause.
We're on. Let's do.
Right. So when I went there, obviously it was just after the Olympics and stuff. When I signed with Top Rank, and oh fuck me, it's gonna be hard to talk here. Like,
Isn't it? That's see. This is what I say. People, no one believes until they're in the chair. Like when you have to fucking. I don't like the way this is going so far, but when you have to speak at the same time, it is. These teams are slow as fuck, aren't they?
No, they're not too bad.
Oh no, mate. This is like me. Like this is like my pre-season running.
This is where I'm weak. I'm weak in the fence.
There's a wee chance here for the boys. There's a wee chance. Get on that, you. Oh, he wants it. He wants it.
So is it X to shoot?
No, B shoots.
Fuck, you told me it was different. B's
Is it not?
the same.
Is it not?
No, B's
All right,
the same.
okay. Right, sorry, I thought that it used to be different.
Mind games.
I know, yeah, it is. It's all mind games. So what happened? You were over.
So I was there, but they introduced me to their caretaker who had been there for 50 years.
Right.
He was from the Falls Road.
Was he? That's mental.
Lee Malcolm.
That's a guy.
Lovely guy. Just retired too, this year. But he was lovely.
He was the caretaker of Madison Square Gardens.
He came
I
over
don't like
as
this. I don't like this. No. Shit. See a keeper.
That was terrible. I don't know what the fuck was happening.
Look at this keeper. That's fucking no game.
Who's been the worst loser?
We need to
so
try to leave
far?
replays on. The worst loser.
Yeah.
Jimmy. Oh fuck, Dave Elliott. But in fairness to
Was
Dave,
Dave good?
Dave can play FIFA.
He doesn't look like he'd be a FIFA player.
I know, but he can play. Like, I'll say this though, he did sort it. This is a goal. Fuck up, keeper. That's no, Mike. No.
Great save, mate.
Oh, mate. Dave did get fucked over with the controls a wee bit, but it wasn't really our fault. It was the second episode.
Oh,
And
that's right.
there was
listened
issues
to
with it, but
I thought, because I just listened to it, I didn't watch it. I thought he was just complaining.
thank you. That was the way we decided to say it as well.
It seemed that way on through the voice.
This hasn't been pre-rehearsed, but I love that. This is a chance for me. Do it.
What?
Yes. Natural order.
Oh, fucking hell.
Natural order. Freiburg and all it. All I know about Freiburg as a place is that in between World War I and World War II, a hotbed of political activity. That's all I know. That's all I know. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we need to try to leave replays on. So here, what if you, when you're out of camp, right? What's your What's your
Go-to?
go-to
Pizza.
dirty snack? Pizza.
Always pizza.
Really?
I fucking...
Is there a particular brand of pizza?
I do love Little Italy, like.
Yeah, it is good. It's
Especially,
good.
like, it's the thin crust. Little Wing is good.
Little Wing is good.
I'll give it Little Wing's good.
Do you know what I find about Little Wing? Oh, I'm throwing this out there, Little Wing. If you care, it's a wee bit dear for what it is, I find.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Like, especially the pizza isn't. I don't think the pizza's dear. Everything else is.
Fuck.
If you order a wee salad or something to go with that pizza, or a wee starter salad, mate, they're hitting you for fucking main course prices everywhere else. Fat like, don't like that. They do.
I do like a thin base. I'm not a...
You're not a deep pan guy.
Well,
It's a chance. Oh, it's happening, mate. Do you feel that?
it is bad.
They say that
I've been being raped for the last 10 minutes here on this game.
it hits different, you know, when it's the big man.
Right, but I was in Chicago, and have you ever had the real fucking deep dish pizzas? Wow.
No, I was.
Fucking hell.
Are they good?
It's when they call pizza a pie, it is a
It's
pie.
a pie,
Like,
like. I think there was a place here in the 90s that did that, where Stiff Kitten was. What do you call it? What do you call that place now? The Marcus Ward. There was a place there called Chicago Pizza Pie, and they used to do it. But like, I
Unbelievable.
don't think it was a real, you know, I went there for somebody's birthday when I was about 7, and I just remember that there was beans inside a pizza, and it scared me.
Who the fuck ordered that?
I know one of the guys at the table.
It's definitely not.
Yeah. That's a wee chance.
Ah!
A wee cheeky
Fuck
chip.
me, dirty bastard.
I love a wee chip, man. Look at it. Who's this guy?
This
I
is
don't even
bad.
know these
This
players.
is fucking bad.
Mate, look at these haircuts. These are prime Deutsch haircuts. Like, I love it. What was I gonna say then? So my brother, I think, used to teach in the school that you went to. Did you go to Corpus?
I did,
I think our Kevin taught there though, but I think it was after your time. I think he said that you came in one day to show your medals in the school, maybe.
But
for like a school.
I thought you were going to say something else.
No.
You're going to show us balls or something. What the
Came
fuck
in to
is
show
he
his day pan. No, that's a chance.
Oh!
Just watch this replay. Just watch
What a
it.
goal.
I fucking-
Butterfingers.
Chocolate wrists goalie here. Look at this. This is dog shit from him. That's a bit rare looking. I can't follow. Falafel Bochum. Yes, hang your head in shame, keeper. Look at this. This is a strike, right? Oh, I don't like the way they're doing all this. All zooms and all. I haven't seen this before. Mate, have you unlocked something in this game? Fuck up, keeper.
He wanted to see my
I've never seen a replay
He wanted
like
to see
that
my
in my life
Olympic
of these.
medals too.
I didn't even know what you did there. Unreal. What did you make of Corpus? What was school like?
School was
Were you a
sad.
fan?
I was. See, I was that kid where teachers probably thought I was full of shit because I used to say, I don't even really care about school. I'm going to be a boxer. And then we're like, well, if that doesn't work out, you need something to fall back on. But like, I actually wish I had a fucking done more in school
I know
because
what
I
you
didn't.
mean, but do you not find... See, right, so I would have been like the opposite way in school. You know, I'd be saying to my PE teacher, I'm going to be an academic. I would have done all right. I sort of think at school and all fails people, though, that do have like a mad talent for something. So if you've got a mad talent for boxing, or say you're like, you have mad talent for music, because even in our school, which my school was, you know, fairly run-of-the-mill, but they were mostly supportive, I would say, of things, you know, especially if it was like sport or like if it was, you know, art or music or something.
Yeah.
They were pretty supportive, but they were more supportive of like specific types of those things. So like if you were doing Gaelic or something, they were really supportive. Or if you were doing like classical music, they would have been really supportive of you, right? But like when you were doing like, it's a chance. When you're doing like punk or rock music, they were like, you know, they just hated you anyway. But like, it was pretty supportive school. But I sort of think that like, school generally fails people like that. And then, but you don't find though that like if you want, I hate the phrase have something to fall back on. I hate that. I'm like, nah, pursue excellence in the thing that you're best at. Like, do you know what I mean? I think that's better.
Like, school definitely doesn't define intelligence for people. Like,
No, it fucking definitely doesn't. Yeah, because I'll be honest with you, some of the quote unquote smartest people I know, you wouldn't let them watch your house for the weekend.
This is the thing, mate. See, like I've noticed now, and I go like I think to myself, well, you know, I was in like the smartest class in Corpus, and I'm gonna be laughed at, like, but it was I wasn't like the smartest in my class.
Aye.
I was terrible at most things because I never
What was
revised,
your
never
most
learned.
hated subject? I hated maths at school.
I hated maths as well.
Why do you think that is though? Like, why so many people fucking? If when you say to people, what did you hate the most? It's almost always maths.
Like in my GCSEs, I got 5 E's and 2 C's,
Mate.
and then someone said to me in my class, "Mate, you could be a drug dealer."
I know what. I was about to make that joke. Go 5 E's. One of my brothers got his A-level results spelt END. E-N-D.
hell.
I mean, I think that's just a funny... Imagine getting a wee note from the school board that just says END on it.
But like
You know what I mean?
with that,
He's a fucking teacher now in Canada.
That's
Do
all
you know what I mean?
matters now.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't really matter.
So, I think me with life experience, travel, because I've fucking travelled
right, all
everywhere
places
in the
you've
world,
been.
everywhere, seen so many different things in life. It's kind of helped.
Yeah.
But
like,
I
enough-
still I know how to fucking people who are in my class. I see them writing on like Facebook or on stuff, and you're going, wait there, you were like one of the fucking smart guys. Why the fuck can you not spell cum or fucking anything? You know what I mean? It's like
what sort of messages is it?
not sending me either on Facebook, but you see all these things and they're writing things, and you're going, what the fuck? It's like it's like backward. Like, come on.
I remember the smart mate. There was a guy in my year at school. He was a very nice lad. Like, he was this guy. I don't even know what this fucking guy's doing now. He's one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. Do you know he did like extra exams outside of school and still got A stars. Right? Like, I think he did 11 or 12 GCSEs and they were all A stars.
Jesus
and
Christ.
one or two of them, he got the highest mark in Northern Ireland. Right? This guy, and I think the thing he was interested in most, apart from push, was music. So like, it didn't really matter, like, really, that he was smashing triple award science. Like, if he's gonna be just going here's like,
I don't want to do it.
like, you know what I mean? I think that side of school is a little bollocks, to be honest with you. Because like, I think if you're good at it, you should be allowed to pursue it. But then, if it's not your thing, there's so much more to life than, you know. See, I always think like I hated geography. I'm like, I haven't really ever used anything I learned in geography, but I had to spend 3 years doing it. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't really like French, although I am actually fucking learning to read it now. But see, when you want to learn something, see how much quicker you learn it.
I know.
It's fucking mental.
It's so much easier. Like I was in La Salle first year.
Fuck, you man, no, my sister's taught there.
So the only reason I left La Salle was because I was in from Beachmount and I had to get up early in the morning and get a taxi up. I hate getting up early. So I just says fuck that, I'm leaving, and then left after first year.
Corpus, my and La Salle actually, they both used to have good football teams. That's my kind of.
They always had
a good football team.
And La Salle as well too, but
they were chopping bastards though, to be fair. See, like I went to like a wee fancy dance school compared to Corpus, and whenever like if we ever played Corpus, like in football, I think we played them once or twice just, and it was like, you know, we're standing there trying to shake hands with them and they're already fucking kicking us in the bollock. Corpus fucking destroyed us. I think whenever we were in like third year, it was like whenever they brought we had a rugby team, but we didn't really play that much.
Yeah.
Like we only trained a wee bit and played a few games.
Wait, what fucking
And
school
Inst
did you
would
go
send
to?
up
A rugby team?
Inst would send up their shit team, like their thirds or their fourths, and it'd still fucking ride us, like, you know what I mean?
See, with school right there, I think I'm gonna get a goal here.
So, you're from the West, right?
Yeah.
But you're not living in the West?
No, well,
just outside?
I'm living on Hing now. Well, Lisburn Road now.
Aye, so I've moved as well. I'm not really living in the West anymore. I'm living in West Ballymacash, and
fuck.
it's fucking.
Are you part of the Ballymacash Rangers support
I love
group?
it, mate. They love me. I think it's just a matter of time before
I
find out where I live. But
I'll go again. I think I
no worries, mate. I'll say this competitive game.
What's the score?
3-2. 3-2 to the champ.
I think he played with me towards the end. If I'm going to be honest, like
I wasn't.
You didn't try.
I'm not. If it ever seems like I'm not trying, it's because I'm thinking about questions.
Okay.
So my mind's elsewhere. I always try.
So Shane Todd's obviously opened you up to the Ballymacash guys.
Say it again.
Being with Shane, he's opened you up to Ballymacash, whereas you've probably opened him to the staunch Republican.
Yeah, I think it's actually more like Paddy McDonald would open you up to Ballymacash. They love him.
Really?
Mate,
really?
Fuck off. Hardcore loyalists love Paddy. Like, they love him. They do.
Off.
They book him and all for all shows and all. I'm serious. Let's do Biscuit World Cup.
Let's do it.
And I have a new wee item, because previously I've been doing this presents thing, like gifts.
Yeah.
But people I didn't tell you to bring anything. People, William Thompson was fucking me over, and he did it 3 times, and it annoyed me to the point where I went, I'm going to do another item, but let's do Biscuit World Cup.
Yeah.
We're moving into round 2 of the Biscuit World Cup, so these are all winners, right? This is like, they're all winners. Are you allowed to eat this sort of
Fucking
shit?
right, I'm not in training camp yet.
See, when you are in camp, is it a strict that?
I will. I think from the fight I put on 2 stone.
Yeah. But don't you come down though for fighting weight?
You got to get the fighting weight, and then you go back up a little bit for
In between the fight and the weigh-in?
Aye. So I weigh in. I weigh in at 57.1 kilograms.
What's that in stones? Because I don't know
8
kilos.
stone 13.
Fuck up.
Or 9 stone dead. Sorry, 9 stone dead. Aye. 9 stone dead.
Fuck up, mate. That's like, you're like one of my legs.
I know.
That's mental.
So I get to that, but it'll only be that for like a few hours. And then I'll be in the ring at 64, which is a stone heavier, basically 10 stone.
And how long is it though between the weigh-in and the fight? Like a day or
36
two?
hours.
Fuck. What happens in that time? Is that like shoveling pasta? Like,
Nah,
or?
so like to get to that weight, it's not like I'm killing myself down to that weight. I just lose all the water from my body. Just like sweat all the water out of your body. So it's not like you're actually losing.
It's all.
I'm not actually that weight, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Water.
I remember.
Rehydrate.
I remember seeing a thing where it was on that Ultimate Fighter. You know the X
They
Factor
do
for fighters.
Fucked up, you know.
And there was a thing where a guy was like, and he knew he wasn't gonna fucking make the weight, but he got on an exercise bike in a sauna, in a fucking
Sweats.
and I was going, what is this? What is life like? He didn't make it. He fucking near killed himself.
If you go or YouTube Darren Till's weight cut, he fucking collapses during it and all. Like,
Serious?
He collapsed. One time it was last year, April 30th actually last year. I fought, and the day that went, I was trying to move down a weight, so down the 8 stone 10. And the last bit of weight, so 55.3 kilograms. The last bit of weight, there was like, I got down to like 56 something. I had to lose like a kilo or something. I was in the bath, hot bath, Scotland hot bath. I mean, burns of fucking balls. You're trying to get into it, nightmare. So I'm sitting in the bath sweating like fuck, but obviously I'm in it too long. I start to overheat.
Oh
My
shit!
body starts to shut down. I get out of the bath and I have to fucking lie on the floor and get all ice packs on me. I basically collapsed. Like, you know what I mean, I was gone. I felt my eyes. No, when you do faint or something, I felt that kind of going. And in the fight, and I didn't perform a bit. I still won, but I didn't perform as good as what I should have done. But that's obviously down to how I done
See,
the weight.
like, does that mean then, like, you and like your team have got to know, like, specifically what to do to get it down a wee bit, or like, and there's like a schedule for getting down.
I have a fucking nutritionist who I work with. Now I haven't spoken to him in about 6 or 7 weeks, like, but
does he like little?
Nah, he would love it, But he measures all my stuff and everything like that, so everything comes down.
That's fucking mental though. Like,
It's
see, and
hard part of boxing.
here's a question. See, like, if you miss that,
Yeah.
is the fight fucked? It doesn't
It
count.
depends how much you miss
Miss
it
it
by. So the fight won't happen if you're more than £5 over the weight.
Right. Okay.
That's what.
Does that make a big
2.5
difference
kilograms.
to like the power that you can throw? Like even
It's
like a
just
£5 or £10?
not even that. It's how your body will feel. You know, if you dehydrate yourself and you're fucked that way, you're still rehydrating, but your body's still being in that depletion where it was.
Yeah.
So it's not as good as what it should be in the prime condition. Whereas someone that hasn't had to do that, they're gonna be fresher. They're gonna not have done much to take the weight off. And they should be all right. But so they'll not do a 5 one, but like I've missed the weight once.
Yeah.
I missed it by like a few ounces, but it wasn't. Half was my fault and half wasn't, simply because the fight was changed to like a different weight the week before. So it was like sweet, but the opponent hadn't agreed on that weight.
Right.
So he was like, "Nah, I'm not fighting unless he makes this weight." So like I was like, I had already started to eat. Like, I was like, I have room here, I can eat. I was like, fuck me, I gotta lose this. So I started to lose it. I think it was like with like a few ounces out, and I think he got like like 50 grand because of it. He got a
mental.
bonus, and I lost 50 grand because of it. So
Claim.
he was shooting on the scale. He stand by him. He goes, "Your boy's in trouble," because obviously I was overweight. He's like, "He's in trouble. He's in trouble." I said, "Go make that weight." I just stepped to the scales and grabbed the water and just drank it in front of him, and he was fuming. And that's why I think I got fined as well because I'd done it that way. So
That's mental.
uh,
If you're picking these before you try them, what's your
it's
go-to?
hard. It's hard.
These are both winners. Like
Hobnob is something I love. Chocolate hobnob is
a chocolate hobnob's an elite biscuit.
Is
Like
king.
I don't even think we haven't put it into the World Cup because it's pointless.
I would win.
Do you know what I mean?
They would walk,
Yeah.
they'd be a walkover.
Um,
I would probably go for the goal. I haven't had a goal in years though. So
I know. I my big belief about gold bars, smaller now. I feel like they've shrunk them. I enjoy reading the bullshit they put on them. Let's say crunchy biscuit bars with a unique gold coating means they're not even telling us what it is. I don't think they have any more bullshit. Let's see what, it's all McVitie's though, isn't it? See, this is like when Simon Cowell owns both songs that are going for the Christmas #1, you know what I mean? I love this. Hobnobs, the OD one. I am the one and OD. Baked with 100% whole grain oats.
Here.
Health,
The calories in this are actually decent.
95 for a wee bar.
Fucking right.
Is that not a lot for all the
For-
size of it?
For a gold bar, what are they? 70.
These are, what, for one? Let's find
Yeah.
out. Oh, hold on. That's per 100 grams. Hang on. Per biscuit. Haven't got my fucking glasses on. 72.
Told you.
Mate, I know what the fuck. Finger on the pulse.
Yes, I have to check.
Calorie
calories and
Conlan. Like,
everything
I
out,
don't
you know?
fucking, I know, mate. I should be doing that. I'm just like,
I think when I'm in training camp, my average calories per day is 18,000. No, 1,800. 1,800, not 18,000. 1,800.
I was just say 18,000. I was
1800.
going, what the fuck?
1,800 calories. So basically, what you have a breakfast is my full day.
That's
with,
dog shit.
With
Like.
2 big training sessions in. That's where Call of Duty comes in, where I can just sit and not worry about eating, just play the game.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's
much
just,
better.
I find games, because dickheads, hurtful bastards will say, "You're 35 playing a fucking thing." Yes, because I don't drink tea and this fucking helps me channel everything. I love it. Anyway, if I was picking one of these up front, I'd probably go with this. But let's get into it.
Okay.
One
let's
each.
Go. Let's go.
What's your favourite chippy? Do you have one?
No, I'm
No?
not a chippy.
Not a
Go to
chippy
pizza,
guy?
Pizza's the only thing.
If you were getting a chip though. Raffles. Sad.
Sorry, Aldo's.
Well, fair enough. I'll take that because
Aldo's
it's
for
all
me.
the same family. So what we do is we grade
So-
these out of 10.
Is their second name
Raffle.
Raffle?
Yeah.
Are they Italian?
Well, they're Irish Italian now.
Do you know Fusco's? I know people who are called Fusco.
So do I. My next door neighbours in a ma's house.
They own it.
I think they're in that family now. Yep.
Always high.
It,
Always
ta-
up
it tastes
high.
like 500 calories. That's how good it is. I love these.
That's the problem. There's 70 calories and you can't just eat one.
I think that's the problem with these, mate. I'd have 3 of them.
See, because they're in a packet and they come in ones.
You think the opening the packet
If
makes
you
it,
grab 2, you go, wow, I got 2, I'm a fucking cunt.
do you know what's a
Well,
serious
you go.
danger? You're never gonna have the whole packet of them. See a chocolate hobnob? That's a dangerous
It's
snack.
different.
It's dangerous. See if you open them, you can go to yourself, I'll take 2 of these. And you go and sit down and then you'll be sitting there doing something and you're just like it's fucking calling you. You're like, love this by the way. The Chilean football shirt. Is this yours, Dan? Fucking Pinochet FC, we love it. Fucking disappearing concert of raid. Great Sting song about that. Have we talked about this? They Dance Alone. Oh, mate. Make you cry. Fucking mental.
Wait, I'll go up
Out of 10, I mean,
8.9. 8.9.
I think it's a good 8. I'm scared. I'm scared for this because I don't know how it's gonna go.
It's just not a 9, but it's an 8.9.
So a strong 8. Any takers, Michael?
Always.
You love a gold bar.
Yeah.
How do you rate them?
Thanks.
Accuracy.
8 or 10 for me, like.
You know what? I agree with the size.
They're smaller, aren't they?
Can I ask, has Rocky made it into this?
Rocky got put out by. It's in that message I sent you,
Wait,
Michael.
The red packet
The
Rocky?
Red Rocky got put out by something else good though. A Kit Kat, I think.
Oh, no.
It did. I wonder about this. What? Kit Kat, wasn't it?
Nah.
These are.
Wouldn't win for me.
I think these are smaller.
They are.
Let's see.
Piece of gold.
Tell you what, it always smells amazing.
They look normal size in his hands.
His hands, not mine, his hands.
Fuck it, I think that might win. Whatever the unique gold coating is, it brings a sweetness that a hobnob doesn't have yet.
No, it's like a milky bar with biscuit.
Isn't it?
Oh, this wins.
I think that wins. Yeah, gold bar goes through. Write this down so I don't have to scroll through this. We're gonna be releasing a bracket of the Biscuit World Cup soon
Yeah.
to show you who's in.
Yeah, it's a winner.
Isn't it? Yeah,
Very sweet still.
it's really sweet. But
the reason
it
why
works.
you probably only have one.
I would work with a wee coffee,
Ah,
wouldn't it?
tea for me.
Yeah.
I love coffee, but when I'm eating food or biscuits or something, it takes away the taste of the coffee for me.
I never got into tea. I don't like it. I used to hate making it for our one, so I never wanted to drink it. I say that as if it was a wee slave boy. It wasn't. It was just there was a lot of people in my family.
Make the tea.
It would be like if you got asked to make a cup of tea in our house. There was 9 other people, so it's like stick a service on. Do you know what I mean? Fucking get Gordon in.
Yep, gold wins for me.
Yeah. I want to do this other wee quick item, and then we'll do one game of FIFA, and then we'll close.
Yeah.
So this other wee item. Did you ever watch the show Inside the Actor's Studio?
No.
So it's basically, it's a guy. He's an acting coach, and he interviews top actors.
Yep.
And what do you call it? They ask these questions. There's like 10 questions. They're quick fire, and they come from like what do you call it? Like an interview that came from like a French journalist said these were the top 10 questions to ask people, right?
Okay.
So just quick fire, right? There's nothing bad, bad. It's all good crack. What is your favourite word?
Cunt.
It might come up again. What's your least favourite word?
That's a fucking hard question. Misogynist.
Unbelievable. It's so good. Do you know what's so good about that? Your favourite word is cunt. Unreal. What turns you on? It says creatively. What turns you on creatively?
Winning.
What turns you off?
Losing.
What's your favourite curse word?
Cunt.
What's
Cunt or fuck? I don't know. That's just a hard one. That.
Sometimes calling somebody a stupid fucking cunt is enjoyable.
Have you ever watched my interview after Olympics? No, I don't. Did I say cunt? No, I don't.
I don't think you say cunt.
Cheating bastards.
Yeah.
Cheating bastards are fucking cheating
And
bastards.
say to be fair, mate, I watched that fight when it happened with my brother, and we were literally going, ah, ah. And then when you actually said that, we were like, yes, yes, like oh
The
mate.
scariest thing about that was they called putting it out there, and I'm that lad for the next 3 years. I shit myself. I was like, he's gonna stab me and leave a wee pen or something.
Yeah.
Poison me or something. No,
with the umbrella in the
Wee
fucking
jab.
chin, yeah. What sound or noise do you love? What sound or noise do you hate?
Oh, kids crying.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Like, what I like to do if I could do it, or just try.
Just try.
I would say football, but only if we were earning that type of money. Like, I mean, if I was just trying
Aye.
football, I'm not going to earn that money.
Aye.
Like, I mean,
Pro footballer, yeah. What profession would you not like to try?
what do you call Boris Johnson? What's he?
Prime
doing?
Minister,
Prime-
politics. If this is the last one. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear
Actually, I
God
wouldn't
say?
mind politics. I
You don't
do
mind?
politics. Like, I just wouldn't want to be that cunt.
My one. So you don't want to be Boris Johnson. My one for that, I wouldn't want to be a pilot. Like I don't want that. I see anything that has responsibility outside of me. Don't want it. See, like flying a plane full of people. Couldn't drive a bus for the same reason.
But-
See if I crashed and some wee granny fucking busts out.
you're just driving across.
What? Last one then. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive?
There's the cunt.
That's lethal. Very enjoyable. I'm gonna run my answers dead quick.
Go ahead.
So like, what's my favourite word? I like words that have like noises in it, like
Okay.
precipice or like exacerbate. I like that.
What's your favourite one?
Exacerbate. What's your least favourite word? Guesstimate. Or disassemble. The word is dismantle. Fuck up. What turns me on creatively? Stories. What turns me off? People's vape smoke or their vape and cigarette smoke. Although I say that,
Smokers.
the first wee bit of somebody else's smoke, because the first wee bit makes you go, and then it's like the first smell of petrol makes you go, but then when you stand there, it's disgusting. So, favourite curse word?
It depends. It depends if you're hiring it. You know what I mean?
Favourite curse word? Dog shit. Favorite sound or noise that I love? Old timey train whistles. I love that. Love that. Sound or noise that I hate.
I have a good one for
People talking shit in a queue. Like talking like, I was just saying, or that accent. What profession other than mine would I love to attempt? Chef. Profession I would not like to attempt. Pilot. Or bus driver. If heaven exists. It's the same job, isn't it? If heaven exists, what would I like to hear God say when I arrive? Come in and know me better, man. From fucking Muppets Christmas Carol. Or just the actual Christmas Carol. Anyway, good times. Fun. Shall we do this game of FIFA and close? Let's do.
Let's do it.
Let's fucking do it.
We're not rematching, are we?
Do you want to rematch these or do you want to be better?
I'll be Man City this time.
Oh, here.
My
Is this my here shows we say? Nice. So what oh you can't. Right, fuck it. We might just swap controls, probably the easiest way. So what was I gonna say? What who's your next fight against them?
unsure who it is yet. There's a few people being spoke about. Nothing's in stone yet, so
Right.
we're trying to get the rematch of my last fight,
Yeah.
but the guy won't take the rematch. So
Really?
he's saying he wants to do it in his own time and all this bollocks, but like, fuck off.
I think it's
you know
just
what I mean?
it's just sort of bitching out like.
He got his head fucking punched off him for
I seen that in the first couple of rounds there, especially like then you knocked him over.
dropped him in the very in the first round, and to be honest, how it ended was just like,
I'm gonna be United if you want to be City.
oh, you being United, especially at this
So what happened then? He won't take it then.
Nah, he doesn't want to have the rematch. It's understandable. He did get punched about
Yeah.
for the majority of the fight. So,
I think they had you ahead on the scores, didn't they, as well?
the official scores had me ahead only slightly, but like if you listen to any other boxing person and especially the Americans, who were scoring it, they all
Yeah.
had me fucking 9-2.
Oh really? Jesus Christ!
Massive distance ahead, like, so 8-3, 9-2. So it was going to be tight. It was in his back garden,
Aye.
so it was to be expected to be like that. But Hard ended. It's unfortunate.
How much do you think? How much do you think that comes into fights? Well,
What?
like if you're boxing in
Scoring stuff?
Belfast and all, like, do you think there's pressure on the judges? Then?
Aye, well, when you have fucking thousands of cunts just roaring, you don't want to fuck up because you don't want to.
Yeah, because like,
lose.
how many people into the stick into Falls Park when you do it?
It depends. So this time, the last time, because of COVID, they done 8,000, I think. The first time they done it with no COVID was 10. This time they're looking to do 12 or 15, I think.
Do they stick it in the? Is it in a tent?
No,
It's just open air.
open air. On the.
Is that easier in terms of like temperature and shit, or?
Nah, because when you're in the ring, it's warm anyway because of the lights,
Aye.
the TV lights.
What's the best thing about doing it?
It's just the atmosphere. The atmosphere in Falls Park has never been. I've never been anywhere else like it. Like, it's special. Like, especially because it's all people from
From
growing
where
up
you
and
grew
all.
up.
where
Aye.
it's class. Like,
Chance for
Ronaldo,
Raleigh.
really.
Oh, mate, Raleigh. I'm sorry. I'm apologetic. I'm scared. This is like when you call it
You're
Putin.
you're trying to get me into me talking.
That's
about
what I do.
fights and Stuff,
That's what I do to people, mate. I go, you talk about you, mate, and then the third ball.
Fuck's sake.
So, like, apart from playing Call of Duty and stuff, like, what is music an important part of training at all for you, or is it? Can you not have it on? When
Nah,
people
I
are
listen to
talking
music all the time.
Yeah. What's your go-to music?
I love a bit of like 70s soul music.
Really?
70s, 80s, I know, like a bit of Everybody Loves the Sunshine, all that type of music.
Really? Oh, fuck,
Bit of
that's
James
not-
Brown.
When you think about a fighter, the two types of music that come to mind for me are like 90s dance and like metal.
No,
You know?
now that last training camp, I was like, fuck me. Right there.
That was good. Chance. No. Scraps.
That last training camp, I actually kind of went back to during it. I was like, fuck it, I don't know a few of these songs. So I was downloading like fucking all stuff from like Cabin and Perry and all that I would listen to when I was younger.
Yeah.
And just kind of reminiscing a while there, but mainly I just listen to fucking soul music.
I've been going back to old shit, but I used to listen to bands like Blink 182.
Oh,
I've been listening to loads of that recently.
Bit-
I can't.
bit of Linkin Park.
And here Shane bought me Linkin Park's first album for the crack. And I've had that on the car a lot going to gigs recently. It's good. It's a good way, especially as a comedian who's trying to not be angry. It's always good to stick Linkin Park on before you go into a room full of people.
Listen to angry music.
Shut up when I'm talking to you.
Limp Biscuit.
Do you remember that? Do you remember everybody? Do you remember everyone had those fucking Yankees hats because of him?
Fuck, that's right,
Everybody had the red one, but I actually, there was a lesser known Limp Bizkit hit called Rearranged, and the video for it, this is from the album before the Chocolate Starfish album. He wore it's an interesting ball there.
I don't know what happened. How it happened?
He wore a black Yankees hat in that video, and I thought, I'm absolutely willing to go along with this fashion choice, but only if I feel like I'm slightly more original,
I want to be different, kid.
Yeah, OG with my black Yankees hat. I love that. I used to wear some rare shit, like I had rare hats.
How are you keeping
remember-
the ball off me so easy? Like when you do that, you just tackle him and tackle.
It's precision, mate. I know where I'm putting.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So what? In terms of longevity, how long do you think? Like, what is it? You know what? Oh, you dick! Oh, mate. He was offside.
Should have played for Ireland, you cunt.
Kiefer Sutherland with the fucking. He should have, shouldn't he?
Should have.
I hated that. Him and Declan Rice, could you imagine? Fucking.
Actually, speak of Declan Rice, and he is sound, and you know what? So, like, there was a kid, a wee fella runs my social media for me when I'm in training camp, because I don't need to be on it. and he was running it. But he started messaging everybody to do like videos, wish me luck. But he messaged Declan Rice, and I was like, I haven't spoken to Declan Rice since before the Euros, and like I was chatting to him like loads before the Euros. But when the Euros were coming up, I started doing all these videos, didn't I, when they were going to play Italy?
All right.
And I started like playing that Italian national anthem, singing Pavarotti, all things like. And he's one of the. Is he captain? Is he? Or
he's gonna be, I would think. We chance for Ronnie. Oh, he's not mate.
Dirty bastard.
There's a wee Aldo's there. Wee chip. Unbelievable.
But so like I was like, he's probably got it when he lost. And I was celebrating like fuck, like all over social media. I was celebrating properly, and I was like, fuck. But he ended up doing the video anyway, so fair play.
See when Luke Shaw scored, he did it anyway. See when Luke Shaw scored for them in that final, right at the start of that final, I was literally sitting there going, "Are England about to win the fucking?
Is it
Euros?"
really coming home?
And then, see whenever was it Bonucci got the one for the Italians, brought it back to 1-each. I there's only been a few times in football where I've cried laughing and it was one. Like only been a few times. One actually, the worst one ever was when City won the league. I was crying laughing because it looked like they weren't going to win it.
Is that the last minute when Aguero starts banging them in?
Yeah, Aguero scored that fucking unreal goal. I was thinking as a United fan because you were watching it live going, I'm seeing City fuck us. And it was like, watching them fuck it was better than watching United win it. You know what I mean? Because it was like all the abuse that you'd taken off City fans and all. And even off, just people that hate United. So it was like, I think United are like the most hated club. Like, like everyone hates
their fans don't help. Their fans don't help. Let's be honest. Like United fans are the fucking biggest cunts in the world when it comes to when it comes to their team. Though, really, like when you were winning everything, it was like.
I'm sure it was painful to be fair, because I sort of feel this way though. I don't hate City fans, right?
Nah, it's like City and Man United don't really have a rivalry. It's more fucking United.
Liverpool, yeah. I don't really hate City fans, but I hate Guardiola, and I know he's a genius, and I know what he's done for football.
I think he's amazing.
But I hate. I
could hate him.
I think there's something really smug about his jumpers, and I just don't. I just don't like him.
Actually, I don't like Liverpool, but I really like Klopp.
Yeah, I'd be the same. I like Klopp. Klopp is one of those few. There's a few people in football.
There's a fucking 2-0. I scored.
He was offside, you remember?
Fuck off.
We Grealish. You said he should have played for Ireland. The next thing, the flag went up.
Fucking
he should have played for Ireland. I was gutted about that. The double declarations and all. What was I going to say though? So see the camp then. What's it like then? Because I remember I heard Carl Frampton say that when he comes back, like when he finishes a fight, he's always after like a cake. Is it like a celebration after the fight? Like, do you have a party?
Well, not after that last fight. Like, I just went on holiday. So I was like, fuck that. Fuck off. But usually, like when I'm in New York, I always have fucking after parties and all. Like, that's because you get paid to do themselves. Fucking do them, but I don't really drink at them.
Do you not drink really?
Not really. No, I'm not a drinker. Like, I'll be honest. Like, it wasn't something. Like, a lot of people from my area and stuff, it's something they've seen growing up. No, their parents don't drink. But I never seen my parents drinking, so it was never really something I wanted to get into.
I think I was the same way. I mean, I did drink for a while, like, but I think when I went to uni, it was everywhere. So like when I first went to Queens, like the first year and a half, I was probably hitting it a wee bit hard, like, and then after that, I think once you start sickening yourself of specific things that you used to like.
How did that big shape bag catch for?
I know. His head's massive as well. See, like, everyone hates Harry Maguire, and I like that about him. I like that everyone hates him.
Ever see Angry Birds? The Angry Bird wee triangle one.
I can't stand him. He fucking melts me. I would say I probably drank a wee bit hard during that time, but even then it wasn't. There was mates of mine who were hitting it way harder, Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
I mean, me drinking hard was like, if I was going out maybe 3 nights a week, maybe 4, I think that was, and getting wrecked on maybe 2 or 3 of those nights, that was pretty hard. But like, you'd nothing else to do, like, just studying fucking ancient history.
I would
Like a
love to go
baller,
to
you know?
university. Like,
What?
I would love to went to university.
You could still go now. See if you went there now, mate.
I have 2 kids now. It's not the same.
Oh, fuck. What's that like?
Oh, it's
Responsibility,
hard.
mental.
No, it's not. It's just hard. Like my daughter's just 7. My son's 3.
Yeah.
He's easy. She's hard, and it's going to get harder because she's a girl, isn't it?
Ha.
She's the first. She was the first girl in my whole family.
Oh, really?
We're all boys, yeah, she's like spoiled by my ma, but also probably spoiled by me. So she just behaves like a wee shit at times. But deep down she's good. But it's just hard with kids. I gotta give credit to my missus for being able to do it when I'm away in training camp by herself.
I don't think it's for me. Like, I don't fancy that responsibility at all.
I used to have loads, like, but see, after having 2, I'd be like, nah, I don't need any more, really.
Well, my ma always says that if I was the first, there wouldn't have been any more. But I was the last. Apparently, I was a nightmare in terms of like
Oh, fuck
attention.
This
is what happens.
Man's
Attention deficit type stuff. Like as a baby, though, like I wouldn't sleep. Like on any like any noise, I'd be like, you know.
My kids are good. Like, my kids are sleepers. Like, they'll sleep. Now, they'll probably not go to bed late, but they'll sleep.
Aye.
They'll not be getting
Mum-
up during the night.
Mum would say that like the only thing that would sort of get me down was like the Neighbours theme tune. And then but if she got up to do something, you know, if she went to like move, create one of the floorboards or something, I'm like,
Hello.
I'm still like that now though. I sleep late. Chloe will say that's a lie, like, but
No,
it's
I don't.
pretty
I
late. Like,
definitely don't sleep late.
I snore like fuck, mate. I snore like a fucking walrus. I'm going away with Shane next week, and I've booked my own hotel room so that no one has to share with me, like, because courtesy and all, you know.
I don't think I'm really playing this one. I'm getting fucking hammered 4-0.
This is when you have to keep fighting it. You know what I mean? This is keep going.
Fuck off. Oh, went out?
I went out.
I thought that was in it. I don't think it was in.
I was wait. I'll just knock it. I'll just kick it around a wee bit now. Just. I know I was going to ask you. So, in terms of like, you know, like the way footballers generally finish, say anywhere between say, what, 34 and 37.
Yeah.
What's the kind of trajectory for a boxer?
I want to be out of the game in the next 2 to 3 years.
So what age will that make you?
32, 33.
Yeah. And what do you think you'd be? Do you have any plans for after? Like, would you?
Well, at the minute we've opened up
doing
our own
promotion?
management and promotion company. So we've got 2 fighters, about to be 3 here very soon, about to be 4 probably soon.
Yeah.
I don't really want a load of fighters, but I want people from here because it's much harder to get opportunities. It wasn't really something I really thought of, but it's just kind of, it's worked out that way over the last few years. Me and my brother Jamie, we opened up our
Your own shop.
Because why not do it ourselves when we can cut the middleman out there? Fuck off, Hardy Sky out. So I think that's the plan.
So like, do you ever think you would get into media stuff like comedy or?
I would,
punditry,
although I'm not too sure I would be high on a lot of people's lists just because I curse so much.
You can, mate. Do you know what though? I think whenever you're not in the heat of, when you're not in the heat of like a fight, say like, because I always think about this whenever I think there's something about fly about the way they interview boxers. Literally, like, they're still boxers and fighters, like MMA fighters. Your adrenaline's sky high, and that's when they interview you.
It's the wrong time to interview someone. But
even a few minutes, you know, footballers get fucking time to go into the dressing room and then come back out. And I don't think football's anywhere near as heated as fights. Like, no. So like, I don't think that's fair. I think you can just stop doing that if you.
I'm not good to 100%. I could, but I think if people go with like track records, it's like, oh, he does curse a lot.
See, I don't know. See, I think
But I wouldn't
think
be liking to go for job interviews.
one of the things with like say like you and I don't know Paddy Barnes, but I've watched them. You talk far better than most people that are in the game.
No,
you know what I mean?
Most boxers, I'll be honest, are dumb, and they don't talk well.
Or they've
don't know
been
what to say.
smacked too many
They've
times.
been smacked too many times, and that's the thing. That's the dangerous thing about boxing. Like, people don't understand how dangerous the sport actually is. Like, it's fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, I trained in LA for a year. I lived there for a year, and my first year as a pro, I seen a kid at the start of the year, and he was not good, very talented. By the end of the year, he was a different person.
Serious?
He's fucking having wars every day. They were
Jesus
sparring every
Christ.
day, and that's the one thing I made sure I wasn't doing, was doing what they were doing.
What's the thing? Isn't there a thing where they say? Isn't there a thing that can happen just to your nose where it becomes like, if you keep getting hit in the nose, that it's there's a thing though, isn't there, where you can get it to a place where it's like literally the tiniest wee tap and it'll just bust open.
Well,
Like if you
happens to
haven't.
a lot of people. Even don't have to be like you being punched a lot. There was like if there's some like vessel or something busted and it'll stay busted and not heal properly, and as soon as you get hit in the nose, it'll open up. My nose, I don't know how much times it's been broke, but it's definitely broke. I'm broke for better, if I'm gonna be honest. It was a bit straight at times, but it got broke here before the 2012 Olympics, 2 weeks before in the training camp. The septum, you see the septum here.
Yeah.
Wasn't even like a big punch. It was like this,
Yeah.
and it deviated my septum.
Oh fuck.
And the middle of my nose like swelled out, so I couldn't breathe because this had all swelled out here, and like if I done this, like I could feel blood shooting up, and they wanted to drain it, but lucky enough I didn't let them, because if I had it get drained, I wouldn't be able to compete in the Olympics. So I had to just fight in the Olympics for fucking deviated.
What's like the
septum.
worst injury you fought with? You know, like do you ever have to just go
When I
have
fought
it?
in Falls Park last year, I didn't know but I tore my hamstring during the fight in the 5th round. I remember coming back to the corner and saying, I have a dead leg here. Shake my leg out. The coach just rub it a wee bit there because I feel like I have a dead leg. I got a scan that fight. I fucking tore my hamstring.
Fuck. How long does that take to heal up, man?
It took me a few weeks. Like,
Jesus Christ. I read a story one time about a guy from here who got fucking shot in the leg and fought on it. I think Emma McGee.
have you read his book?
Aye. It's in that book.
Unbelievable.
The book is unbelievable.
I can't remember from the book, but
he'd been shot in the leg, and I think it had gone through like a flesh in his leg.
I used to train
But
him.
he did fight in a few weeks, and when he went and did it, apparently his boot was full of blood. Like,
I used to train
he still won the fight.
Used to train him.
Did you? I met him.
He was my brother's coach for a while.
Really? I went and met him because there was a while back there was meant to be like a potential TV thing. The company I was working with were interested in his book. And it didn't work out, but I went and met him. He's a sound guy, like, but fucking what a mad career,
Some
like,
fucking life, like
mad story. The
life.
book is unbelievable. Like, it's really well written as well, to be fair, but it's hard. Like,
The guy who wrote the book as well.
what's it? Paul
Gibson.
I spoke to Paul once or twice, like, but I didn't meet him. I think he lives Spain or something.
Spain,
Mental.
Brilliant.
Mate, this has been sensational. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it,
Good
especially
stuff,
like
but-
you've only a few days before camp. Cheers for coming in, mate.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the next one when Gold Bars will be progressing to round 3, which, if I'm right, is the quarterfinals, because this should be roughly round of 16 now. No?
I think this is quarter.
Oh, this is round. No, this is it? No.
First round is round of 16.
Nah, first, no, because there's 16 left. 16 winners.
Okay.
Dan fucked the end of this, so he did.
Winners.
Yeah, 16 winners.
Finals.
And then, so 16, and then this is into the quarterfinals now, isn't it? That's 8. Dan questioned me when I was wrapping this up, and he was wrong. And I want you to remember that. Go into the rest of your week and enjoy it. Peace.
Oh, no.